Hi, how's it going, everybody? My name is Daryl Cruz. I'm the owner, operator, builder, and designer of the Union Pacific Railroad Geneva Subdivision. Today I have something to show you about adding trees. One thing that I've been wanting to do on the layout for quite a while is to add a lot of trees. There's not a ton of trees in the Midwest, Northern Illinois, but there are definitely trees in different spots, trees that have been planted by people over the years, by farmers and so forth, but also trees that appear naturally, especially around rivers and streams. So I've been wanting to put some trees on the layout, and today I'm going to show you the before and after and what a difference adding trees makes. One thing I'm going to be using trees for on this layout is to hide some of the openings through walls. Definitely don't want to see the trains going directly into the wall, so I'm going to try and use some trees to cover up and disguise the tracks going through the walls. So I'm going to show you how it looks before and how it looks after, and you be the judge on whether or not it makes a difference. Here are the areas that I'm going to be working on. First of all, we have the Rock River area. We have a bridge going across the Rock River at its very basic stage, and this is what needs to be covered up. Here's another area. This is just by Elmhurst, the eastern part of Elmhurst. And on the other side of this wall, you have the western portion of Proviso, and a pretty large hole in the wall that needs to be covered up with trees. And finally, here's the Des Plaines River area, bridge going over the Des Plaines River. And there's a few trees here, but this opening here will need to be covered up with trees representing the forest preserves. Okay, here's the after view. As you can see, the opening is hidden from view by trees. Now, it's not completely hidden. From this angle, it is hidden, but if you do change to a different angle, obviously the opening is still visible. I thought about putting some trees over the top of it, but looking at prototype pictures, that just really isn't prototypical for a double track main line where the trees go over the track. So I'm just gonna have to live with it as is. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks good. Looks like a typical Midwestern woods next to a river. Still need to do some work on the water and the backdrop a little bit, but definitely an improvement. And let's look at the other areas. That's not what we're looking at. Let's go back here. Hey, here's another area I wanted to do. I put a few trees here, but then I realized that the angle that the track goes in to the wall is just not going to work. I can't put enough trees in a spot that covers the hole. So instead, I'm going to use an overpass. I'll take the trees off, and we'll have an overpass here that will cover the tracks. On the other side, however, the angle of the track makes the hiding of the trees, hiding of the hole by the trees, quite effective. You really have to get way over to actually see the hole, or up high. It's pretty well covered the way that the angle of the track is, so that works out pretty good. One thing I'm going to have to do here is put some sky on the back right here, so it's not just a painted wall. And here's how it looks with the train coming through. Not too bad. Still need to add some vegetation along the edge of the backdrop to cover the brown part of the backdrop here, but overall pretty happy with the way this one turned out. And then we'll get to the last area that I did right here. And I think this turned out pretty good too. As you can see, the hole is pretty well hidden from this angle. If you look at it straight on a little bit, you have to get all the way over to here to where you can see the opening. So it's not too bad. From the main viewing angle, it's pretty well covered, pretty well hidden. All right, here's how the scene looks with the trains going through. Not too bad. Still have a lot of work to do on the river here, obviously. This is a Des Plaines River. And then this will be the forest preserves, which is prototypical for that area. You do have Maywood and then the Des Plaines River. And then the forest preserves. And then on the other side of the forest preserves is River Forest. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video showing how trees can help hide openings through walls. I'm going to be doing a new video here in a week or two showing a full video of the full main line from one end to the other. And just kind of show you an overall view of where things stand. So look forward to that, hopefully maybe next weekend or the weekend after that. Until then, have fun running trains.